oh man, we are not done just yet. So if you are a person, especially in today's time, who still enjoy going to the bank and personally like to step feet in the bank, you might have a problem very soon. I did not even know that they done closed down in the US alone almost 1,000 banks so far. Almost. It's not 1,000, but it's like almost 1,000 banks. Wow, it's crazy. And more is expected to close. So let's jump right into it and I'll let you guys know what's going on. You see exactly what's going on. Someone did mention medications coming in at it. Even with tomatoes, this is not usual. I mean, I know we be low over here in my parts of New Jersey, but hey family, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're just going to discuss just some issues with the banks. So US banks, they are closing local banks, you know, at a rapid pace. It's crazy. I think this year, because we're still in 2024, so this year was the year where they closed so many banks in history, basically. Yep. So this is Shauna, and I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You all check in. Let us know where you're watching from and how you are doing. Of course, I'm checking in from Northern New Jersey. All right. So U.S. banks are closing local branches at a rapid pace. So here's why that could be a problem for you and me. And it's not just about getting cash out, of course. So they're saying we live in an increasingly digital age, in which we do in reality. And being that we do live in that digital age, for many people, going to the bank is not happening. It's easier to do everything, you know, through your little mobile app. So data from this little website here says as of 2022, 78% of U.S. adults prefer to actually bank online. So they made it so convenient to where most of America actually prefer to do everything online. So whether it's on a website or mobile app compared to in person, which would then shutter banks. So, but that doesn't mean there aren't people who prefer brick and mortar banks. And so it's disheartening to see that U.S. banks are closing their doors in short order. So data from the Office of Comptroller of the Currency, they're saying that 754 bank branches closed in the first 9 months of the year alone. And it's not necessarily smaller community banks that are shuttering locations. We got to look at Bank of America, which closed 132 branches, while U.S. Bank closed 101 of, their branches as of September alone. So Wells Fargo was closed behind with 92 closures, followed by Chase with 90 closures. But what's happening? Why banks are closing their doors like this? So if you ever notice that online banks tend to offer higher interest rates than physical banks. That's what they're saying. So there are reasons for that. One of the most obvious is that it takes a lot of overhead to keep a brick and mortar bank running. There's rent to be paid, of course, utilities to cover, and a host of additional expenses. So given the amount of customers who do the bulk of their banking online, it makes sense for some big banks to basically take away that cost, shut it down, and let us continue to do everything online. Plus, of course, they're saying that they were shutting down underperforming banks anyway. So when they shut down these underperforming banks, they're saying that they take that then money and invest in the banks that's still open to make them bigger and better. But the problem with banks closing down is this. Let's see. Physical banks in the U.S. could be extinct by 2041. Y'all see that, right? So from 2018 to 2022, an outstanding of 1,646 branches have closed per year on average. So banks in general would be out of here very soon. but brick and mortar bank closures can be a huge issue. For one thing, many customers need access to physical cash. We need it. And banks are a key source in that regard. You can log into a website or a mobile app to transfer money, but you can't log into a website and, go onto your mobile app and then your phone is spitting out cash, right? It don't work like that. Physical banks are also needed due to the fact that not everyone has equal access to technology, which is taking over. So people in remote areas with spotty internet service can't always rely on mobile apps or websites to complete essential transactions. So if you do, people who do like the, off grid, they don't really have access to like internet and stuff like that. They're off grid, right? People who live like in certain countries and they in the middle of nowhere, they really don't be having internet access, or be spotty, as mentioned. So there are actual families who do not rely on technology versus the nowadays. Everybody's relying on technology. There are also certain benefits consumers get from in-person banking. If you need a document notarized, guess what? Go to your bank. That's a service your local bank may be able to provide, but you can't have a document notarized via the internet. Oh, they can't. What if they start doing that? You need an actual person with the notary stamp, though. Many people also rely on safe deposit boxes at banks to store important documents. An online bank can't offer that service, of course, for obvious reasons. Like, really, you need that actual box. Plus, some people simply prefer the comfort of being able to walk into a bank and talk to an employee in person to sort out issues. Because we know sometimes when we try to connect with someone over the phone, for one, we can't hardly hear them. Two, sometimes, I'm going to be for real, I can't understand nothing they are saying. And I'll also be hearing other people in the background too. Like they in a customer service setting where they headphones don't be, it's not really noise cancellation. They need to fix that too. That's an issue. So walking in the bank to get issues fixed is definitely better than doing it over the phone. So losing that could deal a blow to older folks in particular who may be hesitant to use technology and are used to assistance from an actual human. I prefer assistance from an actual human as well. So finally, if you're doing a complex transaction, it can be better to do so at a physical bank than an online bank. For example, if you're setting up multiple accounts or doing a multiple step transfer of funds, you may want to do it in person than online in case things get jumbled or you hit a snag. And then there's a matter of security. There's a lot at risk when we're doing every single thing online, especially with so many companies under some type of cyber attack and information is being breached everywhere right now. I mean, it is bad. But yeah, so many issues with the bank closures. I mean, doing stuff in person in general, no matter what it is better. You know it's going to be handled. It's right there in front of you. Your paperwork is there. You don't have to take a picture of this and a picture of that. You're going to personally hand everything to that person versus doing everything over the phone. We really need to just get back to it this way, that the whole tech world will not be taken over, because it definitely is. And not only people are losing out on jobs, it's taken away, people actually just doing things for themselves and learning just how to do things and having a proper of everything in general. But yeah, so specifically for older folks, people who's used to those banks and going in, and how many people don't even know how to write a check, y'all? How many people don't know how to fill out a money order? Man, I just had to say that real quick. But U.S. banks are closing local branches at a rapid pace. Have your bank recently closed? Let us know in the comments down below. I see investors savings, they recently switched over to Citizens Bank. And then once they switched over to Citizens, I saw a report saying X amount of Citizen banks are closing down. Like, what? That don't even make no sense. So we're going to leave this video right here where it's at. If you did enjoy today's video, all you have to do is subscribe. And if you've been here before, of course, thank you so much for coming back. Until next time, y'all, this is Shauna, and I'm officially checking out from Moments with Us. Make sure you all stay prepped, stay blessed, stay safe, and most of all, remain beautiful queens and kings. God bless you all, and peace out.